In Fort Lauderdale's luxury market, the difference between the buyer who gets the property and the buyer who loses out isn't always about price. It's the offer that gives the seller the most certainty with the fewest complications. And knowing how to build that offer is a skill that most buyers don't even realize until it's too late. In this video, we're covering exactly how to make a competitive offer in Fort Lauderdale's luxury market in 2026. When to come in at asking price versus under, how to use contingencies the smart way, and what sellers actually care about beyond price. My name is Steve McAleer. I've been selling real estate in Fort Lauderdale for 20 years, completed over 600 transactions in this market, and I work with The Agency, one of the premier luxury brokerages in the country. Offer strategy is where your preparation either pays off or it doesn't. The buyers who win are the ones who understand the seller's position before they submit anything. That shapes every term in the offer, not just the price. The most important offer strategy happens before you even write a single term, and that work includes why the seller is selling and what they actually need in the transaction. Days on market is your clearest signal. A home that's been listed 8 days is different from one sitting 67 days with a price adjustment. The 67-day seller has already shown flexibility. They need certainty that the next offer ends the wait. The 8-day seller still has confidence in their price. The reason for the sale matters too. Estate sales prioritize speed and certainty over top dollar. A seller who already bought their home needs to close fast. A builder selling a spec home is watching cash flow. Your agent should know as much about the seller's situation as possible before you offer. Also, know the competitive temperature. Are other buyers touring the property? Is a price reduction coming? An experienced agent with market relationships can usually get a read on this, and it changes how aggressive your opening offer should be. The pricing decision in a Fort Lauderdale luxury offer is not a formula. It is a judgment that includes current market data, an honest read of the property's value, and an understanding of the seller's position. So here's the framework I use with my clients. Come in at or near asking when the property is correctly priced, days on market is short, and there's any sign of competing interest. In waterfront neighborhoods like Las Olas Isles, Harbor Beach, and Rio Vista, a low offer on a correctly priced listing signals you haven't done your homework. Clean, full price offers close faster here. Come in below asking when the home has been sitting 30 days plus, already had a price adjustment, or when the comps don't support the ask. In the non-waterfront luxury segment above 1.5 million right now, offers 5 to 8% below asking are being accepted. The data backs the discount. Use it. Come in over asking when you're in a real multiple offer situation on a correctly priced home. This happens more often in the $800 to $1.5 million waterfront range than buyers expect. When it does, offer what the property is worth to you, not what competitive anxiety pushes you to. In Fort Lauderdale's luxury market in 2026, the strategic approach to contingencies is one of the most important tools a buyer has. The inspection period is negotiable. Standard is 10 to 15 days. Sellers prefer shorter because their home is effectively off the market during that window. If your inspector is already lined up, offer 10 days. It costs you nothing and matters to sellers. The financing contingency signals risk to the seller. A fully underwritten pre-approval where the underwriter has already reviewed your full file lets you offer a 10 to 14-day financing window instead of the standard 30. That closes the gap between your financed offer and a cash offer significantly. The appraisal contingency can be a differentiator in a competitive situation. An appraisal gap guarantee, committing to cover $50,000 to $100,000 in cash if the appraisal comes in low, signals real conviction to a seller choosing between multiple offers at the $1.5 to $3 million level. By the way, if you want a full framework evaluating Fort Lauderdale's neighborhoods, I've put together a free tool just for you. It's called the Fort Lauderdale Homebuyer Guide. Every neighborhood, every price point, what to buy, what to consider, and how to move here without second-guessing yourself. It's totally free. The link is in the description below. In today's Fort Lauderdale luxury market, sellers are often choosing offers that are close in price but different in non-financial terms. And understanding what motivates a seller at this level changes the way you should make your offer. Certainty is the biggest non-price factor. Submit proof of funds or a fully underwritten pre-approval with your offer. Consider offering 15% earnest money instead of the standard 10%, or agreeing to make the deposit non-refundable sooner. Have your agent call the listing agent before the offer arrives. That conversation sets the tone. Match the seller's time frame. Some sellers need to close fast, others need more time. Ask your agent to find out what the preferred closing date and reflect it in your offer. This costs you nothing and can make your offer the winner even against a higher number. Keep the offer clean. Don't ask for furniture, the boat lift, the generator, and the outdoor furniture in your initial offer. It creates friction and tells the seller the price negotiation isn't over. If you want personal property, handle it separately after the core terms are agreed. A personal letter can help in estate sales where the heirs have emotional attachment to the home. For a builder selling a spec home, it's irrelevant. Ask your agent whether the situation calls for one. Understanding what happens after your offer is submitted changes the way you make your offer. Buyers who understand the counter process make different decisions than those buyers who think their first offer is their final offer. A counter is not a rejection. It's engagement. Most Fort Lauderdale luxury transactions involve at least one round of negotiation. Respond within 24 hours. Sitting at a counter for 3 days signals you're not serious, and another buyer can appear in that window. Know your walk-away number before you offer, and don't make it under competitive pressure alone. Overbidding because you don't want to lose it produces regret. The discipline to walk away when a property exceeds your value assessment is hard in the moment and smart in retrospect. The inspection period is a second negotiation point. Seawall issues, roof age, flood zone surprises, condo document problems. These are all events you can address inside the inspection period with the same data discipline you brought to the initial offer. And if you've made it this far and want my personal assistance with your South Florida real estate questions and needs, all of my contact details are below.